Yeah, last class we have discussed about free body diagram and different problems we have discussed. Today also we'll discuss some other questions related to free body diagram. So let's start the thing. Let me take a object. This is a object. This is object mass 1. This mass is connected to this object mass 2. This mass 1 is connected to mass 2. This is one of the example problem. Mass 1 is connected to mass 1 and mass 2 connected with what? With a string. Now I have applied a force on this body, on the M2. When I applied force on this M2, so here my question is accelerations of mass 1 and mass 2. Acceleration of mass 1 and mass 2. Acceleration of mass 1 and mass 2 we should find. So how you will find acceleration of mass 1 and mass 2? You will find acceleration of mass 1 and mass 2 by using the free body diagrams concept. Okay, let's start that trying the free body diagram. Here let me take mass 1. So for writing the free body diagram, the steps are involved. First step is what? Isolate the object from the system. So now I am isolating the object from the system. Isolating the object from the system. This is M1. On this M1, what are the forces are acting? One is M1G is acting. Another direction is normal reaction acting, and along this direction is tension is acting. So this is the way how many forces are acting? 3 forces are acting. So along horizontal direction tension is acting, along vertical direction weight of the body and normal reaction are acting. Normal reaction is provided by the surface, weight of the body is provided by the gravitational force. This is the way the forces are acting. And next coming to the second body. On the second body, this is M2. When this is M2, M2G is acting downward direction and the normal reaction acting upward direction. The applied force is acting this direction and here tension acting this direction. So this is the way the forces are acting. Understand? When this is the way the forces are acting, then how do you find the acceleration of the mass 1 and mass 2? So here first you can take net force along x direction. Same way net force along y direction. Net force along x direction. Net force along y direction. Net force along x direction. Net force along x direction is F net is equal to T. Net force along x direction is F net is equal to 3. Same way net force along y direction, same way y direction, that is N minus M1G is equal to net force along y direction. Net force along y direction is N minus M1G. Net force along x direction is F net T. So by using this I can write M1A is equal to T. Next M2A is equal to this is 1, this is 2, M2 minus M1G. But this is become 0 because in vertical direction you don't have any motion. So this is become 0, you will get N is equal to M1G. So this is a T is equal to 1. You can take this equation as a 1. This equation you have through first body free body diagram. Similar way, second equation. What is the second equation? From the second body, we will get second equation. So what is the second equation? Same way here also x direction. In x direction, what is the net force? Net force along x direction is F minus T. F net force along x direction is what? F minus T. and normal reaction is equal to m2g. Normal reaction is what? m2g. So here, why normal reaction is equal to m2g? Along vertical direction you don't have any forces, so it's a normal reaction m2g. Now F net you can write as m2a is equal to F net minus T. But this is equation 2. From equation 1 and 2, 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 what we can write? M2a is equal to F minus M1a1. So from here F is equal to what you can write? M2a plus M1a. So F a is equal to a of M1 plus M2 is equal to F net. So a is equal to F by M1 plus M2. This is your acceleration of the body. This is the acceleration of the body. Observe this relation. Here, this is representing acceleration of second body, actually A2. This is representing acceleration of first body A1. But here, the acceleration of A1 and A2 both are become equal. Acceleration of A1 and A2 both are equal, since the equation is going to change this way. So which means that acceleration of first body, acceleration of second body, both are equal. Why both are equal? They are moving together. When they are moving together, acceleration of the block 1, acceleration of the block 2, both are equal. In the same problem, they may ask in one more question. What is the one more question here? So one question is asking about acceleration. One more question is asking about tension in the string. What is the tension in the string? What is the tension in the string? So this is your second question. So tension in the string is, how do you find tension in the string? Look at here. So this is equation 1. From equation 1, from equation 1, M1 A1, A is nothing but this acceleration F by M1 plus M2 is equal to T. So this is the way you will have the tension in the string. Understand? So this is what are the problems we can solve by using free body diagrams. So the very first one is, when they are asking acceleration, what are the steps you will follow? Draw the free body diagram of first one, draw the free body diagram of next one, and x direction, y direction you can apply the net force, that is nothing but Newton's second law. For the second body also, x direction, y direction you can apply. So you can apply Newton's second law. And after having the equations, solve the equations. So when you are solving the equations, find the relation between the acceleration of the bodies. Here, when the if this mass is moving forward, this mass also move forward. So as we can say, our common sense will tell that this one and this one having the same acceleration. So that way we can find the acceleration of the bodies. So additionally, the one more question is what? Tension in the string. Because this is connected with a string, in the string tension will be generated. The tension they are asking. Okay, this is how we can solve. And the next thing is, and the next after having this, additionally one more question. Additionally, we can give another question. So this is a table. Let me take This is a table. This table is connected to a pulley. This pulley is connected to a mass M1. Sorry, M2. A mass M2. So actually this string is massless. String is massless. This pulley is frictionless and massless. Now in this case also, how do you find acceleration of the masses? Mass 1 and mass 2. How do you find acceleration of mass 1 and mass 2? So here also accelerations of M1 and M2. Acceleration of mass 1 and mass 2. How do you find this acceleration of mass 1 and mass 2? Yeah, the thing is, again, same way, we will apply free body diagrams. So first I'll take first step involving the free body diagram is mass 1. Here, along this direction, M1G will act. Along this direction, M1G will act. Along this direction, normal reaction will act. In this direction, tension will act. So this is how the free body diagram takes place. But the thing is, again, one more free body diagram of this M2. If I write M2 here, M2G is acting downward direction this way. Tension is acting upward direction. Look at here, the object is moving this direction. When the object is moving this direction, you can write here the x direction. If I apply free body diagram case, x direction, net force become T. Same way, y direction will be N is equal to M1G. This is the way normal reaction is equal to M1G. You will get here. Next, same you can take from this equation, you can write F net as M1A1 is equal to T. So you can take this as the equation 1. When this is a equation 1, again same thing you can apply for this free body diagram 2. If I apply same thing to free body diagram 2, T minus M2G is equal to F net, sum of the forces. And next same way, F net I can write as a M2A2 is equal to, M2A2 is equal to T minus M2G. So this is the way you have net force. After having this, this is you can take equation 2. This is equation 1. This is equation 2. Now from here, what you can take? F net, you can apply this tension value in this relation. M2A2 is equal to M1A1. You can take this is a minus M2. This is minus, and put minus sign here. M1A1, because T value is M1A1 minus M2G. This is how we have the relation. And next we can bring this M1 minus of M2A2 minus of M1A1 is equal to minus of M2G. Understand? Now you can take common of minus here, M2A2 plus M1A1 of minus M2G. This one will get cancelled. After having this, here you can write acceleration relation. A1 is equal to A2. What is this A1 is equal to A2? So A1 and A2 are nothing but acceleration of first mass and second mass. Understand? Acceleration of first mass and second mass. Here mass 1 acceleration is A1, mass 2 acceleration is M2. As the mass 1 is moving x distance, m2 mass will move x distance downward direction, which is indicating that mass of first block, mass of second block, acceleration both are same. Since with that I can write a1 is equal to a2 is equal to a. From this we will write m2 plus m1 a is equal to m2g. So from here a is equal to m2g by m1 plus m2. So this is your acceleration of the blocks. Understand? When this is the acceleration of the block, what is the tension in the string? What is the tension in the string? How do you find tension in the string? The tension in the string you can find by using any one of the equation. Any one of the equation. So the equation, if I use any one of the equation, I will use first equation, that is m1 a1 is equal to t, and next so here a1 is equal to a. If I apply the thing, m1 to g by m1 plus m2 into t. From here t is equal to m1 m2 g by m1 plus m2. So this is your free body when tension in the string, tension generated in the string. Understand? Next so next we'll discuss another topic. I'm taking out. The other topic is inertial and non-inertial reference frame. Inertial and non-inertial reference frame. So first let us discuss inertial reference frame. First let's discuss inertial reference frame. So that what is mean by inertial reference frame? Inertial reference frame means it is a frame of reference, okay, in which Newton's laws are valid. At the same time, what we can take inertial reference frame means it is a frame of reference in which Newton's laws are valid and it having acceleration is zero. The frame which acceleration is zero, the kind of reference frame we can call inertial reference frame in which Newton's laws are valid. So the hints are, first thing is what? Acceleration of the reference frame is zero, okay, and Newton's laws will valid. So the kind of frame is called what? Inertial reference frame. And same way, non-inertial reference frame. What is the mean by non-inertial reference frame? So non-inertial reference frame. So what is this non-inertial reference frame? So this is also a reference frame, but it is a non-zero reference frame, a non-zero acceleration. The frame of reference is called non-inertial reference frame. In that, Newton's laws not valid. Newton's laws are not valid. When Newton's laws not valid, how can you explain about motion of the object? So in the case of non-inertial reference frame, how can you apply Newton's laws? So this is possible with having extra force, having one imaginary force, that is called pseudo force. That pseudo force, if you consider, so when to apply Newton's laws will take pseudo force. So in a non-inertial reference frame, to apply Newton's laws will consider a extra force called pseudo force. So pseudo force is a imaginary force. Understand? Pseudo force is a imaginary force. The imaginary force will consider to apply the Newton laws of motion, Newton laws. So exactly this pseudo force always consider opposite to the acceleration of the object. This pseudo force opposite to the acceleration of the reference frame. Avinash, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Why today joined late?
Sir, the link has changed, sir.
Link have changed, huh?
Yes, sir.
Actually, this is a new topic, inertial and non-inertial reference frame. Okay, what is mean by inertial? Just now I started. Okay, what is mean by non-inertial reference frame? Non-inertial reference frame means it is a frame having zero acceleration. Understand? It is a frame having zero acceleration is called non-inertial reference frame. And in this non-inertial reference frame, Newton's laws will vary. You know what is Newton's law? Can you tell me what is Newton's law?
Second law.
Yeah, Newton's second law. F is equal to ma. Similar way, we have one more in reference frame, that is called non-inertial reference frame. What is mean by non-inertial reference frame? It is a frame having acceleration. It is a frame having acceleration is called non-inertial reference frame. And in this non-inertial reference frame, Newton laws will not valid. Understand? Newton laws will not valid. But how do you explain motion of the object without applying the Newton laws? Yeah, this is possible. This is possible by considering one extra force. The extra force is called what? Pseudo force. By observing the pseudo force, by taking the pseudo force, we can apply Newton laws for non-inertial reference frame. Got my point? Next, but how we'll consider the Newton's that pseudo force? The pseudo force always consider exactly opposite direction of the acceleration of the reference frame. Understand? Will consider opposite direction of the acceleration of the reference frame. Understand? So this is how in the reference frame, in the non-inertial reference frame, you will apply the pseudo force for non-inertial reference frame. Got it? We will explain this thing with an example. Don't get worried. First write down this all. Write down. Inertial reference frame, non-inertial reference frame. Inertial reference frame means acceleration 0 frame, and in non-inertial reference frame it has acceleration. Understand? Do it. Completed? Yeah. Now let's try with an example. Let's try with an example. This inertial reference frame, non-inertial reference frame. Yeah. Let me take a lift. This is a lift. Okay, this is a lift. Okay, this is a lift. In this lift, I am having a weighing machine. This is a lift. I am having a weighing machine. In the weighing machine, a person is standing. On the weighing machine, a person is standing. The person mass is small m. Mass of the person is small m. This weight of the person will shown by the weighing machine. Weight of the person showing by weighing machine. Understand? Now here, let's acceleration of the lift is 0. Here the acceleration of the lift is 0, not moving anywhere. So acceleration of the lift is how much? 0. Now in this acceleration of the lift is 0. In this case, what is the weighing machine reading? Okay, that is my question. What is the weighing machine reading? That is my question. Understand? So when acceleration of the lift is 0, what is the machine reading? Weighing machine reading. How do you find weighing machine reading? So here, to find the weighing machine reading, you can find in two ways. You can find two ways. So that is, let me take one person is A person, one person is B person. One person is A person, one person is B person. These two persons are observing the weighing machine reading. Person A, person B observing the weighing machine reading. First, due to the first observation done by the person B, let us see. Observation done by the person B, let us see. Now, according to the person B, what are the forces are acting on this body, acting on the man? Let me take, to know that, I'll take free body diagram of the person. Understand? Free body diagram of the person. So what is the free body diagram of the person? So this is a mass of the person. On this mass of the person, how many forces are acting? One is downward direction, one force. Am I right? One more is what? Normal reaction. Understand? Normal reaction. This is the way two forces are acting according to this person B. Understand? Now when person B, person A, according to person B, this is the force are acting. What is the net force? Net force acting on the body now? F net is equal to, tell me F net along vertical direction, tell me. Sum of the forces. Sum of the forces, tell me. Along vertical direction. What are the sum of the forces along vertical direction? So how many forces are acting along vertical direction? One is normal reaction, one is weight. So N minus n minus m1g. But here, according to this person, when this having the acceleration, this person feels that this mass is not moving anywhere. When not moving anywhere means net force is how much? 0. 0 is equal to n is equal to m1g. So from here we can take n is equal to mg. N is equal to mg. This is your normal reaction. Understand? So this normal reaction will give the weight of the body. Understand? So when the person be observing the things, normal reaction will be how much? Normal reaction will be given by the weight of the body. So here weight of the body is nothing but mg. According to which person? According to person B. Look at here, the person B, what is the acceleration person B? The person B acceleration is 0. He is at on the earth surface. So what is the acceleration of person B? 0. Which means that we are studying the motion of this man with respect to this person B, which is indicating that inertial difference frame. How can you say this is a inertial difference frame? We can say this is a inertial frame because this person B is not moving, not accelerating. That non-accelerating frames are called non-inertial difference frame, inertial difference frame. Since we are studying the situation with respect to inertial difference frame. Same way with respect to person B. With respect to person B, this is the situation. With respect to person A, let's take the same situation. So this is a man again. Mass. Mg will act downward direction. Normal reaction act upward direction. Ng and Mg are acting opposite direction. There is no other force. Even though when you are observing the A person, there is no forces, only two forces are acting, N and Mg. Again you can take F net is equal to N minus Mg. Understand? F net is equal to what? N minus Mg. With respect to this person A also, this man is at rest position. He is not moving anywhere. With respect to this person also, man is at rest position, is not moving anywhere. Since F net acting on the body is 0. When 0 is equal to N minus Mg, from here N is equal to Mg. So here with respect to person A, person B, with respect to person A, you feel that this mass of the man, weight of the man, you have only Mg. Understand? In two cases you have Mg. Understand? This is the way we can study the motion of the body with respect to A and B. Same situation, if it is accelerating upward, let us see now. Same lift you can take. You can take same lift. I am taking the lift here. This is a lift. Inside the lift, we have a mass. We have a weighing machine. On the weighing machine, a person is standing. His mass is capital M. This is a weighing machine. Now the lift is moving upward direction. With an acceleration A, the lift is moving upward direction. So here two persons again observing. This is person B. This is person A. Person A is inside the lift. Person B is outside the lift. These two persons are observing the weighing machine reading. So first I will take observation done by the person B. When he is observing this mass, this person, how many forces are acting on the person? So how many forces are acting on the person? Mg will act downward direction. And next other forces are what? Normal reaction acting upward direction. Mg will act downward direction. Normal reaction acting upward direction. But as a whole it is moving which direction? As a whole it is moving, this lift is moving which direction? Which direction? Upward direction. As a whole the lift is moving upward direction, which means this man also move upward and downward. upward. So with how much acceleration it is moving? With a acceleration it is moving. In that case, net force acting on the body is N minus mg. But what is net force according to Newton's second law?
MA.
Ma is equal to N minus mg. So here m is the mass of the body, a is the acceleration of the lift. Finally, normal reaction is equal to, tell me, mg plus ma. So this is your what? This is your what? This is your normal reaction. Yeah, the normal reaction will give the weight of the body. Before, when the lift is at rest position, according to person B, what is the normal reaction? When the lift is at acceleration 0, what is the normal reaction according to person B? mg. But the same lift is moving upward direction. According to the person B, what is the normal reaction? That is mg plus ma, which means the normal reaction is increased. Normal reaction is increased. So when normal reaction increased, that is indicating that weight of the person is increased. Weight of the person is increased. That is the reason in anywhere when you are moving in the lift, when the lift is moving upward direction, we feel that more weight. Why do you feel that more weight? Because the normal reaction exerted by the weighing machine or normal reaction is exerted by the lift surface will increase, so that you feel that more weight when the lift is moving upward direction. Understand? So this weight is called apparent weight in the lift. So apparent weight WA is equal to m of g plus a. So apparent weight, this normal reaction will give the apparent weight. The apparent weight is equal to m of g plus a. Understand? Next, same way, this is all we have done with what? With respect to person B. Same thing with respect to person A. Let us see. With respect to person A, according to person A, what are the forces are acting? What are the forces are acting according to person A? This is a mass. mg is acting downward direction. Normal reaction acting upward direction. Only these two forces are observed by this person A. But according to person B, the normal reaction mg and acceleration also will observe. But here, when the person A is observing, he observe only normal reaction and mg. But observe that this person is inside the lift. When the person is inside the lift, what acceleration it will be? It has some acceleration. When it has the acceleration, the observer is having acceleration. When the observer is having the acceleration, nothing but the reference frame have acceleration. Where the reference frame having acceleration, that reference frame we can call as non-inertial reference frame. When you are observing from the non-inertial reference frame any object motion, you should consider one extra force called pseudo force. So that pseudo force always will take opposite to the acceleration. Pseudo force always will take opposite to the acceleration. So here, when you take the pseudo force opposite to the acceleration, as the object moving upward direction, pseudo force act downward direction, that is ma. Now you can apply net force on the body. Net force is equal to n minus m of n minus mg plus ma. But according to this person A, we feel that the mass, this fellow is at rest position. According to this person A, this mass or this man is at rest position. When he is at rest position, he feels that he is not moving, which means the acceleration of this person is 0 according to this person, since this will be 0. If I write 0 is equal to n minus g plus ma. From here what will have? N is equal to mg plus ma. So from here n is equal to m of g plus a. So this is your what? This is your normal reaction with respect to person A. Before also with respect to person B, what is the normal reaction? N is equal to mg plus ma. Even with respect to person A also, you have the answer n is equal to mg plus ma. In two cases, you have the same answer, which means you can study the motion of the object with any reference frame, either non-inertial reference frame, either inertial reference frame. With both reference frame also we can find. But the thing is, when you are observing through any object motion through inertial reference frame, you should not consider any pseudo forces. But as you are observing the same situation through non-inertial reference frame, that is called accelerated reference frame, you will take one extra force called pseudo force opposite to the direction of the acceleration. That way we can study the motion of the object in the case of inertial reference frame, non-inertial reference frame. But here, in two cases you will have the same answer. This normal reaction will give the apparent weight. The apparent weight is in this situation what? M of g plus a. Which means when you are moving upward direction, you feel more weight comparatively normal thing. Understand? This is what the situation as it is accelerated reference frame. So this is the today's class. Tomorrow we'll explain when the lift is moving downward direction, how he feel the man, weighing less or weight more. Tomorrow we'll discuss. Understand? Today I'll stop